IDV livestream, one of the two things that IDV fans eagerly await. What's the other one, you ask? Well, none other than the mythical green ping for the NAEU server. But hey, let's not get our hopes up too high. Green ping is practically an urban legend at this point, like finding someone who can kite Mary in the arms factory. So, let's focus on what we can talk about. The last live stream was a total loot drop. They revealed a ton, starting from free skins, skins buyable with fragments, those shiny limited exclusive skins that can only be snagged with echoes, and... oh yeah, there's the announcement of a new mode, a new map, a new feature, and, well, even more skins. Skins here, skins there. Seriously, is this a game or a high-end fashion boutique? I half expected them to announce a runway event next. Though, you've probably already heard all about it. The announcements are everywhere. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, heck, I wouldn't be shocked if your aunt sent you the details on WhatsApp. So, instead of me playing news anchor, how about we dive into the juicy bits together? Drop your thoughts, roasts, or wild theories in the comments, and let's see what we can cook up. This is your broadcaster, Selmina, signing in. Let's kick things off with the Persona 5 crossover, which is probably the biggest, longest, and most shamelessly cash-grabbing event in IDV history. But shocker of the century, NetEase decided to throw us a bone this time with a free Kasumi Yoshizawa skin. I was like, finally! I can eat like a human being and get a Persona 5 skin. I mean, before this, if you wanted a Persona 5 skin, you practically had to kiss your decent meals goodbye and survive on instant noodles for a month. It was a true ramen and regret special. Honestly, I couldn't believe it at first. I was refreshing the announcement page like, this can't be real, right? But no, it was legit. So, thank you, NetEase, for the free skin. Oh, and let's not forget the 800 inspirations you get just for sharing the event. Heck yeah, I'm definitely hitting that share button. Even if nobody ever sees my post, who cares? It's all about that sweet, sweet inspiration. Priorities, am I right? That said, if you want to evolve Kasumi Yoshizawa into Violet, and no, not Violetta by the way, you'll still need to fork over some cash. But since I don't really main Pharaoh Lady, I'm not throwing my wallet at it this time. Plus, I'm still a little salty about how Kasumi got matched up with Pharaoh Lady. Like, seriously? Kasumi Yoshizawa with Pharaoh Lady is like mixing grape juice with salt. What kind of flavor combo is that? Lore-wise or ability-wise, Pharaoh Lady doesn't match Kasumi Yoshizawa at all. If anything, Perfumer would have been a much better fit. But hey, Perfumer's already sitting on a mountain of skins, about 43 at this point, so giving her another one might have triggered a full-on war between the no-skin alliances and the Vera Nation army. Anyway, back on track. This skin will be available on November 7th, along with the return of the previous Persona 5 skins. So, if you're a hardcore Persona 5 fan, you might want to start budgeting now. Time to start counting those echoes and skipping the occasional fancy coffee because your favorites are coming back and your wallet is not ready. Hullabaloo! Yes, that's the word! When I saw the announcement, I was like, it's happening! Let's go! On November 14th, we're getting hit with a wave of updates, and it's shaping up to be quite the show. First off, we've got a new essence drop, which means new skins and a brand new character. This time, we're getting the Acrobat Hunter form, the Hullabaloo. He looks like he's rolled straight out of, well, let's just say, a rather wild night in a burning building. I mean, the guy's literally bringing the heat. I'm curious to see what skills he'll bring to the table, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. My take is that the hullabaloo skills would be pretty similar with the acrobat. Throwing balls, slowing down, or disabling Survivor. Well, if that's the case, imagine the acrobat went into a head-on with his hunter form. It'll look like a duel between samurai, or gangster perhaps. And speaking of skins, Margaretha's getting an A-tier glow-up with her Wandering Moonlight outfit. Honestly, I'm kinda digging this one way more than that pink flowery getup she had before. But hey, personal taste, right? Then there's Weeping Clown with his new A-tier skin, Extinguishing Sun. It's giving off some serious juggler vibes, or whatever that look is. Not really my cup of tea though. I think he looked better in his original skin, but to each their own. Now, here's what I'm really excited about. The continuation of the Hullabaloo story. The trailer dropped, and I gotta say, they did a pretty nice job with it, especially with Violetta looked like a survivor. Could this mean that the Survivor Violetta theory might actually come true? I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but only time will tell. Oh, and here's a twist. Starting November 14th, we're also getting a limited-time roguelike game mode, where you play IDV like usual, but with a twist. Everyone gets cards that can turn the game around. Survivor or Hunter, you've got a chance to mess with the game like you're slapping down a reverse card in Uno. If you've ever played Uno in class, you already know what it's like to throw down that reverse while being chased by Jack. It's chaotic, it's stressful, and it looks like a ton of fun. GGWP, NetEase, for coming up with this brain-melting card-throwing chaos. And that's not all, folks. Alongside this madness, we're also getting a themed event. Sure, we don't have the full details about it since the developers are keeping that part under wraps for now, but we already know what's up for grabs. And the prize pool is looking pretty stacked. We're talking up to 30 free essences, free emotes, lobby music, portraits of the whole Hullabaloo gang, a portrait frame, a B-tier acrobat skin, and an A-tier Violetta skin. I mean, that's a pretty sweet haul, right? Honestly, with rewards like these, it feels like NetEase is trying to apologize for all the times we had to grind through events with nothing but some clues and a "thanks for participating" letter. So mark your calendars, people, because this one's shaping up to be worth the effort. The Thanksgiving event is landing on November 21st, and of course, there are some perks for jumping in. But, you know, it wouldn't be an IDV event without a little bit of chaos and personal struggles, right? First up, we're getting a 40% off discount card for costumes. Honestly, it's just a shiny piece of paper to me, because I'm way too broke to even consider buying any costumes with real money. But hey, for you skin collectors out there, that's a nice little treat. Go ahead, treat yourselves. I'll just be over here, admiring your fancy outfits from afar. Next, there's a character unlock card up for grabs. But to be real, that's just as useless for me, because most of the time, I'm busy using Doctor or Little Girl to troll others, whether it's emoting a prayer in front of a chaired survivor, or, you know, playing tag with the tram as Little Girl. Unlock a new character? Nah, I'll pass. Unless, of course, I can unlock Emil's heart. Then, heck, I'm all in. During the event, all characters will be free to play, which sounds great and all, but wouldn't it be even better if we could unlock the elusive green ping too? Alas, it's just the characters that'll be free, so I guess we'll just have to keep dreaming of smooth connections. And let's not forget the other goodies like portraits, portrait frames, memory spheres, and a rank protection card. Personally, I'd love to trade that rank protection card on the black market because I'm pretty much done with ranking matches. I mean, what's the point of protecting a rank when I don't even remember what it is anymore? Oh, and the Cypher Machine pet is making a comeback during this event. I already have my little Mary trailing behind me, being all cute while I'm screaming for help, so I'm good. Best of luck to those of you who want the pet. May it bring you joy instead of stress. As for me, I've got my hands full with my little Mary's cute but concerning gaze. Now, about those returning S-tier skins. The good news? They're buyable with fragments this time. The bad news? There are tons of them, so if you're planning to collect them all, you'd better stock up on instant ramen and brace yourself for a month of noodles. And you bet? Out of all the returning skins, you know Mary's and Martha's are gonna be the hot commodities. Personally, I'm eyeing Martha's skin since it's up for grabs with fragments, and it's a pretty sweet deal. November 28 marks the charity event, and honestly, I feel like I'm the one who could use a little charity here. I mean, come on, help a broke player out. Last time, Helena got the spotlight with her charity skin, and this year, it's Anne Lester's turn, rocking a yellow nightgown or something like that. And you know what? It actually looks stunning. But of course, it's a charity skin, so it's only buyable with echoes, which means you've got to cough up some real cash. Tough break for me, but hey, at least we can still snag a portrait and emote just for participating. Small victories, right? Now, here's the scoop on the charity skin series. Nettie says that the money collected from selling these skins will be donated to charity. It really gives me flashbacks to my days as a school teacher. One day, at the local convenience store, the cashier hitting me with that, "Sir, would you like to donate to a good cause today?" Netties, do you not see me trying to survive here on a vegetable-only budget? I'm the one in need and somebody should be donating to me. How about you donate that Anne Lester skin to me instead? Okay, I'm done with my little rant. But before I go, a quick heads up. If you're hoping for a comeback of the Mind's Eye charity skin, I've got some bad news. Nope, it's not returning. Limited means limited, and according to the fans, once it's gone, it's gone. December 12 marks the new season, and you know what that means. Yep, more skins. And what a glorious day it's going to be because, after 3 long years, Percy is finally getting another A-tier skin. Yes, this is truly a blessed day for Percy mains worldwide. Congrats to all of you! And also, screw you, because you've ruined my Survivor life more times than I can count. Now, let's dive into this essence. First up, the S-tier skin goes to Explorer, and it's called Editor-in-Chief. He's looking all stylish with that suave hairdo. You know what it reminds me of? That's right! Leon S. Hannity, the guy who's been slaying zombies and saving the world for decades. I swear, when I first saw it, I thought, wow, Explorer, are you planning to go full-on zombie slayer like Leon? But, well, being Explorer, he'd probably respond with, "Nah, mate, I'll just hide in the corner like usual." Classic Explorer, always hiding away to the point that I forget he even exists in the game. Next, let's chat about the A-tier skins, which went to Barmaid and Undead. Barmaid's got herself a green beret, and I'm over here wondering if she's joined the U.S. Special Forces. The outfit's looking pretty good though, especially the pants. It's refreshing to see her ditching the usual skirt for some sleek trousers. And now, drumroll please, it's Percy time. Hang on, let me take a moment to collect myself, because I might shed a tear of joy now that he's got another A-tier skin. Okay, back to it. Percy's last A-tier skin came from the Promised Neverland crossover, alongside that Joseph skin, which enraged Joseph mains worldwide. But this time, Percy's back with a look that's, well, a bit spicy. A hot grandpa, if you will, rocking some fancy hair and a beard that could stop traffic. I gotta say, the design is fire, so congrats to all you Percy mains out there. And, yeah, still screw you Percy mains, I guess. Aside from the essence, we've got the Logic Path rewards. The ultimate prize? Painter's A-tier skin. Multicolor printing. He's sporting a dark and red ensemble that gives off some serious Italian football club vibes. It even looks a little like that one coordinator skin. So, if you're into Painter, start hoarding those dice rolls now. As for the rank treasures, we've got an S-tier accessory for First Officer and A-tier accessories for both Clerk and Puppeteer. So if you're a fan of any of those, time to start grinding. There's only one thing that buggered my mind with this essence. If we are getting the newspaper-themed essence, why doesn't the journalist be the part of it? I gotta say, I was absolutely floored when I heard that Mad Eyes, aka Burke Lapadura, is getting a new skin this December. I mean, the poor guy's got a rep for being so unpopular that he's earned the nickname Chad Eyes. But this new skin is a big win for both Burke mains and, well, survivors like me who enjoy making hunters' lives just a little bit harder. So, what's all the fuss about? Well, first of all, if you're a Burke main, this is your time to shine. You finally get a fresh, fancy new look, and it's not just any skin. It's the A-tier skin Silent Night Magician, where Burke is transformed into a stylish green fairy. That's right, folks. This hairless grandpa, who's usually tinkering with his gadgets, is now strutting around in a leafy green outfit, complete with a whimsical fairy hat. Just imagine him tinkering with his gadget while looking like he's ready to grant some Christmas wishes. Absolute gold! But it's not just Burke mains who are excited. Us survivors, especially the ones who love a good harassment, are going to have a field day. With this new skin dropping, you can bet that plenty of players who don't normally play as Burke are going to give him a shot, even if they're completely clueless about his gadgetry. And you know what that means, right? It's prime time for characters like Thief, Enchantress, Batter, Prospector, or Little Girl to lurk around, waiting for the perfect moment to gang up on this poor, confused fairy grandpa. Ah, festive chaos at its finest! And if you missed out on the previous Christmas outfits, you're in luck, because those are making a comeback too. So for all you skin collectors out there, it's time to stock up. Speaking of Christmas, there's a whole event kicking off at the same time, taking us to a public map of Moonlit River Park, where you can earn skins for Bonbon or Magician, your choice. And about this public map, it's got some interesting features. Sure, it might make the game lag harder than a video call on dial-up, but let's focus on the fun stuff instead. In this public map, you can dance with your partner, a friend, or, if you're feeling like the third wheel after seeing your crush with someone else, you can even dance solo. Who knows? Maybe while you're there, dancing alone and pondering your life choices, someone might come along and turn your solo act into a duet. A little holiday magic, perhaps? But the real showstoppers of this map are the two features that had me laughing out loud. First, the trampoline. This thing can launch everyone sky high, and it's absolutely hilarious. Picture this. Leo Beck flying straight to the moon and back, all courtesy of a bouncy pad. Now imagine if this feature made it into the actual matches. I'd love to see a Merry Main get yeeted into space, only to come back down and find both gates open, questioning whether it's time to uninstall the game. Classic. The second feature, Balloons. Yes, you heard me. In this world where logic is a suggestion, you can tie a bunch of people to a balloon and float them up into the air. It's just as ridiculous as it sounds, but that's IDV for you. We've got tanks, remote-controlled robots, and a cheerleader in the 1890s, so why not add some airborne group balloon rides? I'd pay good money to watch a little girl lift up characters like Joker, Leo Beck, or Bane Perez. Just imagine this tiny child hauling a whole bunch of burly hunters into the sky. Now that's a sight to see! December 26th is bringing a fresh batch of Deduction Star costumes to the game, with a grand total of 6 new outfits dropping on this date. And, like most of the Deduction Star skins, these ones are inspired by iconic old-school movies. So, let's break down each one and see where the vibes are coming from. First up, we've got Composer's new Deduction Star skin, Forgotten George. And wow, he's looking hot! Literally! Dressed in a sharp black and white ensemble, he's striking a dramatic pose with an inferno in the background, making things even hotter. Now, if you're scratching your head wondering where this look comes from, it's based on the 1945 film Hangover Square, where Composer is channeling the character George Bone. A fittingly intense inspiration for our favorite dramatic musician. Next, there's the cheerleader skin, which, at first glance, might remind you of a British redcoat soldier from the Napoleonic era. But hold up, it's actually not about the British Army. This costume is based on Barbara Barry, a character from the 1936 movie Poor Little Rich Girl. That's right, it's all about those vintage vibes, not military history. Then we've got the journalist skin, Alice in Dreamland. No surprises here if you thought of a certain classic story. Yup, this one's inspired by Alice in Wonderland. She's wearing a dreamy white and blue dress, reminiscent of the 1949 film version of Alice in Wonderland. It's perfect for a character who's always chasing stories down rabbit holes, literally and metaphorically. Now, let's talk about the Fool's Gold A-tier costume, Gold Miner. He's rocking a sleek black formal outfit with a bold red scarf, and if he had a little mustache, you'd swear it's Charlie Chaplin from 1925 movie, The Gold Rush. But no mustache here, so it's just a nod to the classic silent film style. Fancy but rugged. Alva's Deduction Star costume takes a more solemn turn, dressing him as a rural pastor. He's donning a priest's robe with a cape, looking all spiritual and mysterious. This look is directly inspired by Diary of a Country Priest, a 1951 movie, where he embodies the priest of Ambrecourt. Alva seems ready to deliver some serious sermons, maybe even to the survivors he's hunting down. And lastly, we have Emil's Deduction skin. And oh, no points for guessing, he's Romeo. Of course, this is to match his lover Ada Mesmer, who's got the Juliet skin. Almost everyone knows about the timeless tragedy of Romeo and Juliet by Shakespeare, but Emil's look is specifically based on the 1964 film adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. With these two paired up, you've got the star-crossed lovers in full dramatic flair. It makes you wonder, if they get another Deduction Star skin down the road, who would they become next? Only time will tell, folks! Lastly, the stream dropped the bombshell of a new mode where we can create our own maps. Honestly, I have mixed feelings about this. Let's dive into the juicy details, shall we? First off, this little innovation is a breath of fresh air for players. I mean, who doesn't want to whip up their own playground? Imagine all the zany, creative maps we could craft. Not just for hunting or being hunted, but for fun. You could have a map just for taking selfies or a friendly hangout spot. Can you say epic? But let's not get too carried away in our map-making fantasies. Here comes the downside. If these player-created maps are available to the public, we might end up with a mountain of unused maps. Seriously, remember that golden cave? Yeah, the one collecting dust in custom matches. If everyone starts churning out maps, imagine how cluttered it'll get. I mean, we could have 100 variations of maps, with only few of them being worth playing. Now, my skepticism isn't just a wild assumption. There was this one game called Granny's House Online that let players create their own maps, and guess what? Most of those maps ended up in the virtual wasteland of forgotten features. I'm not an IT expert, but if all those unused maps start weighing down the system, can you say Lag City? Not exactly the kind of fun I signed up for. Plus, let's be real, adding more gameplay options might just split the player base even further. Casual gamers might feel like they're wandering into a maze of chaos with few players available, while those trying to rank up might be like, what the heck is happening? Where's the hunter or survivor? So yeah, my concern is that with all these shiny new choices, casual players could dwindle, while the serious competitors get caught in their endless search for hunters or survivors. But who knows? Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Let's wait and see how this feature pans out. In any case, I suggest you all take a breath and check it out for yourselves. Is this map-making feature going to be a game changer, or just a cluttered mess? Only time will tell. Well, we've covered a lot in this stream announcement, folks. And like I said, I'm not here to play news anchor this time, so drop your thoughts on this live stream in the comments section. This is your broadcaster, Somina, signing off. Catch you next time!